Yes.
Okay. So we have said that M and N are the uh, constants that are representing half-wave field variations along x-axis and y-axis, that is along a dimension and b dimension, right? So now for what values of M and N, you have some field components, that is modes of TM mode possible, and for what values of M and N, modes of TM mode are not possible, right? So I was saying for a mode, for a TM mode, for your electromagnetic wave in TM mode to exist and propagate, you should have at least one component of electric field and one component of magnetic field in perpendicular direction, right? Okay. So you should have at least one electric field component, either X, Y, or Z component of electric field. Not Z component. Z is anyway direction of propagation. Kabatti, either in X or Y direction, or you should have an electric field, and you should have a magnetic field. At least one component in the perpendicular direction. That is, EX unte kanisa HY undali, right? EY unte compulsoryగా HX undali. So compulsorily you should have one field component of electric field and one field component of magnetic field in perpendicular direction. అలా లేకుండా if you have EX and EY, right, and you have EZ and all H fields are zero, or if you have EX, HX, right, and EY and HY are zero, అలాగా ఉంటే your mode will not exist. Your electromagnetic wave will not survive and propagate along the waveguide. Okay, I hope that made sense. I'll repeat again. For your mode, for an electromagnetic wave in TM mode to exist and propagate along the waveguide, it should have at least one electric field component and magnetic field component in perpendicular directions. Okay, so having said that, let us see what will be the field components that exist for different components of M and N value, right? So let us take first TM00. So TM00 means M is equal to 0 and N is equals to 0. When M is equals to 0 and N is equals to 0, sin 0, sin 0. So EZ is going 0. M is equals to 0 పెట్టి EX 0 అవుతుంది. N is equals to 0 పెట్టిన cos function ఉన్నప్పటికీ EY 0 అయిపోతుంది, because there is this, and sin value anyway this is 0. So when M is equals to 0 and N is equals to 0, all are 0, right? EX, EY, EZ, HX, HY, HZ, all 6 components are 0, right? Now let me take TM01, that is M is equals to 0 and N is equals to 0. When M is equals to 0, your EZ is going 0, right? And EX is also going 0, right? And EY is also going 0, because sin M 0, N 1 ఉన్నప్పటికీ your M is 0 కాబట్టి sin 0 is 0. Again here HX is also 0, HY is also 0, because M is equals to 0, right? So for M is equals to 0 and N is equals to 0 also, all the field components are becoming 0. So all are 0. So when all the field components is 0, TM00 is not possible, TM01 is not possible. Next, TM10, right? So when I take TM10, M is equals to 1, but N is equals to 0. If N is equals to 0, this is 0, so EZ is 0. And again, M is equals to 1 kabatti ivi rendu okay, can N equals to 0 kabatti sin 0 0, so EX is 0. N is equals to 0, so EY is 0. N is equals to 0, so HX is also equal to 0. N is equals to 0, so this term is 0 kabatti HY is also 0. So for 1 0 also, all are 0, right? So this mode also does not exist in a rectangular waveguide, right? So now when we look at this, what we notice is when any one of the subscript is 0, or when both the subscripts are 0, all the field components are going 0. Yes. Now let me take next one, which is TM12 or 11. 11 comes before 12, right? So 11 తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, none of the field components are 0, right? None of the field components are 0. So therefore what happens here is you will have some field components existing As a result, you will have all components existing, right? So therefore, you will have TM mode existing and propagating along the waveguide, right? So therefore, when all when both the subscripts are zero or any one of the subscripts is zero, all the field components are becoming zero. So when all the field components are becoming zero, your mode does not exist, right? So for a TM mode to exist and propagate along the waveguide, neither M nor N should be equal to zero, right? So all modes of TM Mn exist if M and N are not equal to 0, right? So for any other combination, 1 1 1 2 2 1 2 2, right? 1 3 3 1, next to 2 3 3 2 3 3, ilaga non-zero subscripts ఉన్న ఏ mode combination అయినా కూడా it will exist, exist and propagate along the waveguide, right? So ఇప్పుడు కొన్ని మోడ్స్ ని మనం రెడ్యూస్ చేసేసాం, రైట్? జీరో సబ్స్క్రిప్ట్స్ వచ్చే మోడ్స్ కొన్ని ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి ఇన్ఫినైట్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ మోడ్స్ లో అవన్నీ కూడా వెళ్ళిపోయాయి. Still we have got lot of possible combinations, right? 1 1 1 2 2 1 2 2 1 3 3 1, likewise up to infinity మీకు చాలా కాంబినేషన్స్ వస్తాయి. సో అందులో కూడా మళ్ళీ బెస్ట్ మోడ్ ఏది అనేది మనం ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాలి. సో బెస్ట్ మోడ్ ఏది అనేది ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాలి అంటే ఫర్ దట్ we will have to look into the waveguide parameters. Okay, so this is the topic, waveguide parameters, that we'll discuss in the next session. Okay, so as of now we have talked about TM mode analysis of a rectangular waveguide. I'll quickly repeat what we have done. We have taken a rectangular waveguide along the z-axis with a dimension along x-axis and b dimension along y-axis, and then we have what you say wave equation taken to obtain the value of Ez. For TM mode, Ez is already Hz is already 0. We need the value of Ez. So for Ez, we have taken wave equation. To obtain the value of Ez, we are adopting variable separation method. So for that, we have assumed Ez equals to two functions, capital X and capital Y, where capital X is the function of small x and capital Y is the function of only small y. When I substitute, I'll end up with this equation. So simplifying it further, what we have is a equation where which is a sum of three terms, where third term is a constant and first two terms have some functions. So sum of these three terms should be equal to 0. So therefore, the first two terms should be having some constant value such that the sum of those first two terms is equal to the third term with opposite sign. So therefore, I have taken this is equal to minus b square and this is equals to minus a square, and I have made it a point that you can take other way around also. This can be n, this can be b. Nothing makes difference. Okay. So since it is a common practice in textbook, we have taken it as such. So substituting this in here, we'll have h square is equals to a square plus b square. So this is your characteristic equation of a waveguide. Okay. And then so taking that, substituting solution of this one will be equal to value of x in terms of small x. Solution of this one will be equal to capital value of capital Y in terms of small y. So therefore, we have x equals to y equals to in terms of trigonometric functions. Taking these two values for Ez, I have Ez equals to product of those two, right? Now in this, we have got 6 arbitrary constants. We need the values of these 6 values, 6 constants. For that, we depend upon boundary conditions. Since you have got 4 boundaries, you have written 4 boundary conditions. First one is for your surface 1, surface 2, surface 3, and surface 4, respectively, for second, third, and fourth boundary condition, right? So when I write that, we know that surface 1 is extending from 0 to A, and along the y-axis at y is equals to 0. So tangential component of electric field is 0 at all the 4 conducting surfaces kabatti. Ez is a tangential component kabatti direct ga nenu Ez ke boundary conditions raasistunnanu. So therefore, Ez is made 0 at all the 4 surfaces by giving their what you call geometrical positions. So Ez is 0 for value of x varying from 0 to A, y is equals to 0. This is Ez is 0. for x equals to 0 along the y-axis and y varying from 0 to b. And for third boundary, again, Ez is 0 for x varying from 0 to a and at a height of b along the y-axis, so y is equals to b. Fourth boundary condition, Ez is equals to 0 for y value for a surface varying from 0 to b along y-axis and at a distance of x equals to a. So x equals to a, 0 to b on the y-axis. Now substituting these boundary conditions, we have obtained the values of various constants. For first boundary condition, we got C3 is equals to 0, which reduced this equation of Ez into this. Now we apply the second boundary condition. So we apply the second boundary condition. So therefore we have obtained C1 is equals to 0. So that has reduced this Ez expression into this. Now we have applied the third boundary condition. We got A is equals to m pi by b, and fourth boundary condition gives b is equals to m pi by a. Right. So taking these all constants values into consideration, I have written Ez in terms of sinusoidal function. So c into sin n pi by a into x, sin n pi by b into y into e power j omega t is a time varying function. Okay. Now once we have this Ez, now I need the values of Ex, Ey, Hx and Hy. So for Tm mode, Ez equals to the value we have obtained and Hz equals to 0. So Dantoti, we have these simplified forms of your general equations. So substituting Ez in this, we have to differentiate here with respect to x for Ex, with respect to y for Ey, with respect to y for Hx, and with respect to x for Hy. So therefore, we have these values here. Now we said that these field components will exist in different patterns, right? Different patterns in the sense, ఒకసారి ఒక హాఫ్ సైకిల్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు, రెండు హాఫ్ సైకిల్స్ ఎగ్జిస్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు, రైట్? నాట్ ఈవెన్ ఏ సింగిల్ హాఫ్ సైకిల్. సో different patterns ఈ field components exist అవ్వచ్చు కాబట్టి all those patterns are referred to as TM modes, which are generally represented by TM-MN, where M represents half cycle variations of field components along x-axis and N represents half cycle variation of field components along y-axis, right? So these values of M and N will decide what are the modes that exist and what are the modes that not at all exist in the waveguide. So for any subscript value equal to 0, your all the field components are becoming 0. So therefore, any mode with subscript having a 0 value will not exist. So therefore, TM00, TM01, TM10, TM02, TM20, next TM03, TM30 laga, any possible modes with 0 subscripts are 0, that they do not exist, right? And then any TM mode with a non-zero subscript, non-zero value of M and N will exist. And so again, you have got large number of combinations. Now of this large number of combinations of non-zero subscripts for TM modes, there is what you call a particular mode which is best for your transmission of electromagnetic wave in TM mode inside a rectangular waveguide. We will find out what is that mode, best mode of all the possible non-zero combinations of TM modes in the next class by discussing your characteristics. Okay, by discussing your waveguide parameters. Okay, so to discuss waveguide parameters, we'll consider characteristic equation h square is equals to s square plus b square. There we'll define cutoff wavelength, cutoff frequency, dominant mode, as well as what do you call that, degenerate modes. EV four terms defined chassis. We'll go for the waveguide parameters and we'll try to identify what is the best mode in TM mode of wave propagation in a rectangular waveguide, right? Now, having said that, let me also quickly tell you that we have to do the similar kind of analysis for TE mode analysis also. Okay, so in TE mode analysis ఏమవుతుంది, EZ 0 అవుతుంది, HZ నాన్ జీరో అవుతుంది. సో అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాము, విల్ టేక్ వేవ్ ఈక్వేషన్స్ ఇన్ టర్మ్స్ ఆఫ్ HZ, దట్ ఈస్ డో స్క్వేర్ HZ బై డో ఎక్స్ స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ డో స్క్వేర్ HZ బై డో వై స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ డో స్క్వేర్ HZ బై డో Z స్క్వేర్, right, is equals to minus omega square mu epsilon HZ. కాబట్టి సేమ్ ఈక్వేషన్స్ రిపీట్ అవుతాయి. యువర్ EZ is replaced by HZ. సో ఫైనల్ గా మీకు వాల్యూ ఏమొస్తుంది, వేరియబుల్ సెపరేషన్ మెథడ్ చేయాలి. హెచ్ స్క్వేర్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు ఏ స్క్వేర్ ప్లస్ బి స్క్వేర్ అని రాసుకుంటాము మళ్ళీ. సో అగైన్ యువర్ హెచ్జెడ్ వాల్యూ విల్ బి ఈక్వల్ టు సిమిలర్లీ c1 cos bx plus c2 sin bx, c3 cos ay plus c4 sin ay, రైట్. సో ఈజెడ్ కి వచ్చిన వాల్యూనే హెచ్జెడ్ కి వస్తుంది, కాకపోతే బౌండరీ కండిషన్స్ దగ్గర తేడా కొడుతుంది, రైట్. సో నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ కి first we'll discuss waveguide parameters and then we'll discuss PE mode analysis with fine parameters. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. We'll discuss. Neha, you can unmute everyone and you can stop recording also.
Okay, sir.